All right, we'll reconvene the meeting.
Who's
I went in
short?
the men's room.
Where did we leave off? I can't remember.
You took a break, and you need to conclude the last item with regard to...
Okay, but we did close the public comment and bring it back to council.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So, we're up for deliberation. Who wants to go first? Councilmember Degree.
Well, I had a talk with the city attorney, and I agreed with you, and then I walked away, and I was like, that's a convoluted mess. So can you tell me what we talked about?
It is after 11, so
Whoa.
that's a lot of pressure.
All right, this is what I heard. We somehow have to either, like, my understanding is we have to accept the report. We can accept the report, period, and then, I guess not tonight, but at another time, any one of us can say we want to agendize it to come back for public input and discussion. Is that what I heard?
Yes. What I was describing to Councilmember Degree was that what staff is asking you to do tonight is not approve the plan, but accept the report and the plan, which is different. You are accepting the plan. What the additional request from staff is to accept the plan and have it used in future land use decisions. So what Councilmember Degree, I believe, is suggesting is that you accept the report, but not make that second request that it be used in future land use decisions, that if you want to make that decision, that you wait, bring it back, and then have a further discussion on it, but that you should accept the report tonight.
So the reason for that is some of the things that were brought up by all of us, and that we could prioritize it or massage it, get more public input. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not sure who was first, so I'll just go left to right here. Councilmember O'Neill.
How about I make a motion that we accept the plan? Period.
You want to discuss it?
We have to have a second for discussion?
Second it.
Okay, for discussion, go ahead. Let's go. We'll go down the line. Mayor Pro Tem. And then we'll go to Councilmember River. I'm going down the line.
Sorry, Karen, I think she wants to say
always,
something.
No,
but the issue is that we were hoping we could change it from a plan to just a report or assessment or a study or something that has a little less lightning term with it for people. And I would like to leave out the land use piece altogether and just, it's for future, it's one piece of input for economic in the future.
I'm definitely okay with that. Right after I heard the word plan, I froze.
Yeah.
So I revise my motion to accept the document, the economic development document.
That acceptable? Michelle, is that okay? We're not being bound into anything?
You accept it however you want. I'm looking for the formal, I'm looking for the formal title. It actually is Pacifica Economic Development Plan Final Report. So you could just accept the final report on the Pacifica Economic Development Plan.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we'll just accept it and then a title.
Question.
And
So it's not the plan?
It's not the plan. It's,
Okay.
you're accepting the final report of the Pacifica Economic Development Plan as submitted to you by consultants Wallstrom and Associates, which really means that your consultants have prepared this report for you. They presented it to you, and you are accepting it. Doesn't mean you're approving it, doesn't mean that you are moving forward with it. It means that you're accepting their work, you're accepting their product, essentially.
But we also potentially will be considering it moving forward. So with the direction to staff that it be considered, do we want to say that or not? No? During economic development initiatives or as
No,
recommendations?
it's not like we're not going to bring it back, and because it has some excellent points.
Right.
Well, I think everyone's made it very clear that, and the city attorney, I think, did a very good job saying that this is not a policy. We're not finalizing any policy right now. This is simply a resource for the future. So we can accept the consultant's report and use it as a reference.
Well, that wasn't the motion, though, and that wasn't the second.
Yeah, so,
So I amend my motion to,
Or you can withdraw.
Well,
Go ahead.
before you amend, let me also explain that even if you do not make that statement that you would like to use it for future reference or for future land use plans, you can still do that.
Yeah.
You don't need to put it in your motion.
I think what we're most concerned with, obviously, is how the public perceives it. I mean, the tool itself, I mean, we could say we don't accept it at all, and we could still reference it. I mean, this is all kind of a public perception thing, in my view, unless we straight out just said it's rejected, blasphemy, that, but, so, whatever the motion wants to, whatever you want to do, motion maker.
Okay.
Go for it.
I make a motion that we accept the Pacifica Economic Development Plan final report.
Crickets.
Amending my other motion. I make a motion that we accept the Pacific Economic Development Plan final report. That's the title.
We have a second?
Second. That's from the developer, right? Yeah. I'll second it.
All right, let's vote. We have to redo it?
Only have 4.
No, I haven't pushed my button.
Oh, goodness.
All right.
That passes 5-0.
All right.
All right, we have,
Now, before you proceed, because the motion to continue the meeting was only to continue it to conclude this item. So now if you want to
Another
conclude,
motion.
now if you want to continue past the 11 o'clock hour, now you must make a motion to continue.
Actually, I think she left.
oh no, she's back there. We have a quick, I think it's going to be relatively quick, and she stayed this long. I have a motion to continue to this item, that would be.
So move.
Do we have a second?
No, I did not second. I'm not in favor of that. But, I thought my light was on. Sorry about that.
can you move?
I moved it.
Is anyone second?
Second. I second.
All right, let's vote.
So all we're voting on is whether or not to stay here tonight?
Whether, but just to hear item number 11.
Jenny has sat out there for this whole mess.
I'm sorry, my vote was a no. Why it doesn't-
For the record, that passed 4-1 with Degree voting no. Is that okay, Sue?
Yeah, if that's okay with you.
All right.
Rather reset it.
All right, let's reset. Vote again, please.
And I
All
would
right,
like to go on record because I don't think it's fair to the public.
Okay, and that passes 4-1. All right, last item, item number 11,
You have another one?
adoption of the City of Pacifica Communication Plan.
Oh, that's the one I love.
Staff report?
Honorable Mayor, council members, before council for consideration is the final draft of the communications plan developed by a council subcommittee, which consisted of a former council member, Jenny Jakewith, and Mayor Len Stone. The plan is the product of extensive review of city departments' communication efforts and with the assistance of the Pacifica Tribune. It is intended to improve the timeliness and quality of communication between the city and the community. Jenny Jakewith is here in the audience tonight to add to this report.
Jenny, would you like to comment?
Jenny Jakewith, Pacifica resident. Actually, I have a 27-minute presentation I'd like to make.
I'm going
To further communication,
I have a
thank you.
motion to throw tomatoes at the speaker.
Well, members of the council, as you know, this was part of the goal-setting process that started this last year, and Mayor Stone and I worked on the development of a communication plan that hopefully did two things: identified some new resources that could be used for more effective communication by the council and city, and did so with the idea that there would not be any additional expense to the city. I think, suggest that you carry this over, and I think it's an important document that the council needs to talk about, so, anyway.
Thank you,
And
Jeannie.
I'll be available for questions.
Do we have any questions? And can I just add with that real quick, is that over the last few months, when I updated the council about this, we always talked about doing it as a study session. And we had an email sent out to the council about that a study session would be most likely, since it didn't come from a committee and all that, it just came from the council subcommittee, that it'd be nice for the whole council to be able to give input. So do I need a motion to do a study session?
No.
Okay.
You can just direct staff to schedule study session. and
Okay.
You don't need to
So if
take
that's
any
okay
action
with,
on this item.
yeah, if that's okay with council, if there's any other opinions, but I'd like to ask that we do a study session on this.
Bingo.
Is that okay, everyone?
That's exactly what I was going to suggest.
All right, great. So that'll conclude item number 11. And then this evening, I wanted to adjourn the meeting and recognize Jim Soden. He was a longtime Terra Nova teacher and coach. He recently passed away. He was a legendary basketball coach at Terra Nova. He was a girls coach from the 70s to the 90s. He's a member of the City of Pacifica Sports Hall of Fame and the San Mateo County Sports Hall of Fame. So,
And I just like.
good evening. Oh, yep. You
Sorry,
wanna
I'd just
comment?
like to say he was just an incredibly great teacher and coach, and was such a mentor to so many people, so.
Very good.
Very.
Thank you. All right. Good evening.